Good afternoon. Monday again. How fast is the week's going? I hope you could all hear me. And hello, Neeks, Katie. And so, got kind of like a mixed mash of cards. And but if I feel spirit coming in, I will bring them through. And because I never deny them. Oh wow, just coming in and a wonder there. A wonder, a wonder. I see that the teeth is still withered. Christine, Rosalind. Hi, Donna. So, Brolic. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying it right. And so, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, we'll get started because I would like to beat my total. One total's been about, I think I got up to 22. So, I would like to beat my total, and but still make it meaningful. So if I'm using the cards, you do realise that it's up to the individual if they take the advice of the cards, because the cards just directs and they can pick up things that's going on around. Is in and out. Thank you. Oh, it's in and out. Okay. Not a lot I can do about that, I'm afraid. Hi, Eva, Selena, Karen, and I'll try and get you a little bit closer. And I think my sound's up high, so there's not a lot I can do about it, I'm afraid. So, but if I refresh it, does that mean that I've got to come out and then come back in? But I think it's working for most people, isn't it? Most sounds good here. Thank you, Donna. So, right, let's get cracking. Neeks, are you still with us? Because Neeks, would you understand that you're concentrating on pentacles just now? And when I say it's money, concentrating on building up a little hidden stash, can I say? But oh, okay, thank you. And I'm right glad somebody's got can keep me right, because I'm techno stupid. Hi, Gemma and Jenna and Charlene. Because I feel that money's important in and around you. So would you understand that there's a lot of money going into improvement in and around you, and improvement to do with home, move, or career? Because this brings in pentacles, which brings in, once I get there, pentacles, career, and money. So I feel that you're working hard to make these little piles into these big piles. But would you understand that if it's for improvements, it's for the better gain? But would you understand where you're looking into starting or moving to your own business? Because I just feel sort of like isolation and on your own. Gemma Ball, you're Gemma too, okay? Hi, Davy, Leah, Michelle, Mona, Ellie. Donna Blackwell, you're Donna too, because I've already got a Donna as well. Patrick. And because would you understand, because of this, you're always on your mind, always in your thoughts, over-analysing and putting problems in where there shouldn't be problems. And yes, a lot of stress here for moving forward, but once completed and once you've got what you want at this moment, you will find more opportunities and growth. But the Queen's coming in to remember, think of you, that pause, that deep breath, and just have that little bit of stillness, can I say? And but it's like the green for go as well, okay? And keep the ears closed from others who's not involved, because it's nothing really to do with them. This is you, and it's what you want and what your soul wants. And because down here you've got your packing boxes, but you've also got 2 money cash bags there. So this is kind of showing fruition. Your creativity and your ideas is sort of like slowly paying off. But just now, you're balancing plates on sticks, you know, trying to keep them all whirling round. Sense and sensibility, but you've got this, okay? Patience. Deep breath, pause. And while you get that pause, just take a breath and then go with the flow. 3, using your creativity, new pathways, new directions, new ideas. And 5, change coming into your life, whether you like it or not. But I feel that these changes is man-made by you, okay? So it'll be a little bit chaotic, can I say, for a while, but well worth it. Well worth it. And thank you for working with me, and I hope it made sense. Hi, Stella. What a lovely day. Not really, it's raining. It's dull, but then it's what the plants and that's needing, and especially the trees around here. And so, Katie, are you still with us? Katie. Thank you, Neeks. And I wish you all the best on your venture, because it just feels so exciting and well worthwhile, because it's you, again, if you know what I mean, for you. Katie, are you still with us? Oh, Katie, there you are. Sorry, I almost missed you. So you're trying to balance on the whole, and this is balance life, balance work, balance problems, balance everybody else, and try and step out of it and do what you want and bringing in your hobbies, because you would understand that there never seems to be enough time in the day for self. And I'm a bit fed up and I'm a bit tired. But you've got the 4, which is bringing in stability, and but a little bit of boredom there and a little bit of stagnant, because it's the same old, same old. I get up, I do the same thing, get up, I do the same thing, get up, I do the same thing. What's interesting in and around me at the moment? Yes, I love what I do, but I'm just needing something a little bit further on. But the balancing, I feel that balancing home life, and I also feel balancing yourself. Because would you understand little niggles? Because I want to put a healing wrap around you, and for stepping forward. And the welcome, Andrea. And I want to say that, but it's also bringing in your creativity and your new ideas and new pathways, which you have started to get chipping away at, can I say. There's a really old scrunched up bottle at the bottom. So it's either been a bad celebration or news of a fresh celebration to come. Books there, so learning, so you're still learning and you're still evolving. Would you understand someone coming through cancer, because we've got the bell hanging there ready to be dinged, you know? And but can you see all the seeds coming down? There's about 7 seeds there. My fingers don't match the cards on the screen, but you've got about 7 seeds coming down here. So this is a perfect time to plant them and get them going for what you want out of the next step of your journey. And it's just spirit letting you know that they've been keeping an eye, and with the bell ringing. You could actually take 2 people involved with this bell ringing. And as I said, the three choices. I think I said that. Jeepers creepers, my brain's choices and decisions, but choose wisely. Any decisions that need to be made, if it's old decisions, face it and then make your decisions and then let them go, because if they're not going to be any good to bring into your life, let them go. Again, career in pentacles, and the ace is like ace, ready to go, ready to go. And oh, Rachel, Amanda, Dawn, welcome, welcome, welcome. And but you've got a good head in your shoulders, you've got good intuition, and don't talk yourself out of good ideas and movement forward once you've made them, okay? Because we are our own worst enemy, and then we end up staying in that stagnant plane. But you're another one that's got a lot of evolvement in and around you, and an exciting future, and embrace it with everything that you've got. And thank you. And I'm meaning energy, excitement, empowerment, you know, and sense and sensibility. But I know that you will. Thank you for working with me. Brenda, are you still with us? Right, Michelle Gapes, you might be Michelle too, because I think I've got another Michelle further up. Well, I have. I've got Michelle Oliver, Michelle Gapes. Hi, Billy Joe. Michelle. Right. So, Brenda, are you still with us? Give you just a couple of seconds to respond. There you are, Brenda. So, life is chucking along for you. It just seems to be in a good space just now. But would you understand if I said at the back of the mind, there's that eggshell moment for somebody rocking the boat? Because I just feel that too good to be true. Would you understand it that way? I've just got to give you too good to be true, because I've got to say, stop thinking like that, because if it's working well, go with the flow. Go with the flow, if you can take it that way. Because I just feel that this is showing you how it's developing and branching out. You've got quite a large family, haven't you? Or would you understand that the ones over here just sticking out from the rest of them, that there's some family that isn't in touch very much? This is your time for transformation as well, because you've got the dragonfly. What's the no for, Brenda? Is it the family? Because I'm checking up on the nose so that we don't just skift it. For the family, right? Would you understand that I just felt that there was a large, would you understand that there was a large family at one point? If I take you back to childhood, because I kind of feel that there would have been a together, but would you understand that there's a bit of a gap between? There's this little clump here, so I want to say that that would be you and your family, but then down here you've got sort of like a gap again, but that's reaching out that way, so that's not in contact quite a lot. And then you've got your other side as well, branching off into families as well. But I want to say that family's important to you, and that being, and that would you understand? Oh dear, it's stuck in my teeth. You would understand that the family is important, but a lot of times it's tiring, because would you understand that you're giving, you're also balancing, but at times it just seems to be I, and there's no I's in teams. We know that much. And but can I say there's transformation coming? So whether it's within yourself, or whether it's in a project that you're doing, or career move forward, but there's movement there, because you've got 5, which is changes, and changes whenever you want them or not. It's just going with the flow and using your creativity for new pathways and viewpoints and ideas. Then you get the Joker, which is taking the leap of faith. So you must be holding yourself back on something at this time. Doesn't necessarily mean a complete change in and around you. The leap of faith is just coming out of your comfort zone. It's as simple as, okay, then I'm going to try one of that kilt walks. I'm going to try one of that, just sort of like going out into the country and going up the hill. Just simple, and because I just feel that it's cleansing all the cobwebs away and bringing you back revitalized. So if you're anywhere near nature, please go out and get into it if you can, and because that will ground and that will re-energize, and you'll feel like a new person. So I hope that made sense, Brenda, and thank you for working with me. Rosalind, are you still with us? And then we'll be working from hi, Alison. And then we'll be working from new people back into old people, and we'll be going into what I call the mix and match stage. Yes, you are, Catherine. Yes, you are. So I was just looking for, golly gosh, I forgot who I was looking for. Rosalind. So I've just put a little emoji there, and I've got her card sitting there, so we will see. So can I have Christine C? Christine C. Happy Monday to you too, Alison. It's a dreich one here, a dreich one. Go back. Christine Campbell. Christine Campbell, are you still with us? We'll just give you a little emoji as well, and we can always come back to you. Donna, oh, Christine Campbell, you're there. Okay then. Would you understand that you would like changes in and around you just now? I just feel trapped, locked in, and I just feel the thoughts of there's something better out there. I could be doing something better, unlocking the door and moving forward. The birdcage door's open, so there is opportunities there. And but would you understand where at times that you're uncertain as to whether to take them? Would you understand that you chew over things? Because you could be offered a situation, you could be offered challenges, and it's a case of the overthinking comes in. You've got choices and decisions to make, and you need to address them. And I want to say decisions from way past as well. Face them and get rid of them for new decisions coming in, and banging your head against a brick wall. Now, what do I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? Please don't. It hurts and it leaves a mark. Okay? And but I know it's horrible when frustration comes in, and it's bringing in that. Can I say that I just feel changes in and around you, and just a little bit more sort of like different, you know. And but the keys, you would understand someone who had a big sort of like a ring of keys, big ring of keys. Would you understand a gentleman in and around you, Christine, who would have been a key keeper? When I say a keykeeper in his job, but I feel that there's a few various sizes of keys that he needed to go around his daily business, if you can understand it that way. Because I just feel a gentleman coming in, and but some of them are really hard to chew over, aren't they? But some of them are soft and nice. And because I just kind of feel that you are on the list, Muggy, and it's just giving up the. Yes, they are. I can see you, Joanne, and you're on the list. And right, would you understand being canny about keys? There's just some. Or would you understand you've lost keys? Because that old rusty lock has just turned into a nice looking lock. I was going to say rock. And because yes, you are Brolic, and because I want to say that the keys is also new beginnings, new starts, doors of opportunity. So keep an eye, because you're progressing along quite nicely. The progression is there into completion, into balance, and for things to work up, to work up, okay? And but it just feels like you're in a comfortable space just now, Christine. And I've just got Rock the DJ. Rock the DJ, that's Robbie Williams. And it's bringing in music for you as well, but music's quite important to you because okay then, I knew there was a connection to the keys. And I want to say that it's bringing in for you that letting your hair down and letting that inner child out for a little bit, and just to change the energies in and around you. Okay, so I hope it made sense, and thank you for working with me. Donna Roy, because I know that we've got two Donnas there, and then we're on to our upsies and downsies. I want to say that sometimes fish out of water, but the green fish brings in luck. And it's not saying that you're going to wait to win the lottery, Donna, but it just means that there's a change of luck in and around you. The candle for memory, candle for spirit, candle for, I want to say, for seasons as well, like the pagan seasons, Beltane, Shemaine, and things like that. Choices and decisions still to be made, Donna. And but you've progressed big time in moving forward, and bridges are being built, if you can understand it that way, because you've got a beautiful sparkly bridge just underneath the fish. So bridges are being built slowly. Change is afoot whenever you like it or not, and so you're still facing changes, and you're still facing that right direction. And I want to say that with the, oh dearie me, oh, I've forgotten what it was called. They're spades, aren't they? What a silly devil. You would understand that still a lot rattling around in the head, but not as bad as what used to be. You are managing to put it into bits and pieces, and you're managing to sort it out little bits at a time, okay? And keep progressing that way, and then you'll be able to zoom up the river with the fish. But it just shows the strength, and it just shows surviving. And because if you look at salmon and other fish, they go against the current, because it just seems with you that life, you're going against the current, but you're slowly turning to go with the flow, and changes afoot, So embrace them and enjoy the ride, if that makes sense. And thank you for working with me. Broderick, Brolic, Brolic. I seen you a second ago when you asked. You're in there somewhere. Brolic. This is where we start seeding up. Brolic, would you understand that there's persevere, keep going? Because would you understand that you've questioned, is this all worth it? I'm tired now. I'm fed up of trying to push and push and push. But it's Six of Swords, so it's persevere, keep going. And the Swords comes in with the thoughts and always in your mind. But it's moving forward and using intellect and using intuition. And but why do you need to carry all your burdens with you? These are things that you should be able to set free and have a cleanse out, because you've got enough in and around you that you're already carrying, that you don't need to keep the past with you. And but itchy feet, because when I see the boat, that's itchy feet. So you're looking for something a bit more exciting, can I say? The frog is, I can't remember the meaning for the frog, but the frog comes in with luck. It also comes in with changes. And frogs are very self-resilient. So can you please look and see how far you have come and the strength that you have? The blue, communication. So you're usually a good communicator, if you can take it that way. And I want to say that you're quite calming in situations, but don't get me wrong, you can be a little deep volcano if pushed and pushed and pushed. Okay. And there's a lot of healing coming around you. So if you're not sort of like doing healing, or if you're just like are working with healing, you are just like a natural healer, and that's like the great big shoulder, the great big ears, and comforting, can I say? But there's healing coming in and around you as well. I want to bring you tonight time peace. I just want to give you peace. And I just want to say that you're kind of like a laid back person, that things is just chugging along, and you didn't quite like these little hurdles that's put in front of you. You do deal with them, but it's a lot of them you keep in your chest, which is why you need to release some burdens. Okay, so it's time for an inner cleanse, can I say? But it's also time for a little isolation for yourself, so that when you get a few moments, sit and just be with yourself, and for moving forward. And because it's too busy around here, far too busy, because it's interfering with thoughts, it's interfering with sleep as well. So it's just trying to work out that balance. So I hope that made sense, and thank you for working with me. Right, can I get what a lovely day. This is where we do our ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, okay? Hello, what a lovely day. So, breaking barriers. But I want to say, would you understand that there's a frustrating little soul in and around you that keeps breaking barriers, and you're trying to keep sanity? Because there's a lot of peace coming in here. And it's like challenges, challenge after challenge after challenge. So whether this has got to do with work, I feel that it's more on an outside situation. But when you look at your tree of life here, it has been kind of complicated with little issues as you've been growing up. But you seem to have it under control now, because you are now coming to your own, and you are now standing firm, if you can take it that way. What a lovely day. I want to bring in nature for you. I'm giving you healing. I'm giving you conversation. I'm giving you emotions. And I want to say I'm giving you peace as well, but learning, because you've got the yellow and greens together. So there's things that you want to do, but kind of held off on. There's a little bit of storm clouds just in the corner, but it's just tiny, and it's moving past that. But You are evolving, you're expanding, and you're starting to reach into the joy and the freedom. And the freedom doesn't mean that you're one that's been sort of like locked up in everything, but you are now gaining to breaking the barriers on what you want to do and not being one of the sheep, if that makes sense. So I hope that that made sense, and thank you for working with me. Yes, Davy, you are on the list, so stay where you are because you have the tower. Time to bring the new pathways in. Release the path. Stop talking yourself out of things. Cleansing. New whiteboard. And stop carrying burdens with you. And it's also taking the leap of faith. And Davy, would you understand where you've been considering the gym or mountain biking? Because I just feel that there's exercise coming in for you. And but would you understand that it feels like it's would you understand it feels like it's top just now? Because I just feel that there's been something to do with exercise, but it's time to build solid foundations for yourself. Past in the past and go with the future. Cleanse. 10, completion. 5, changes. 1, choices and decisions. So it's all sort of like locked up in one, okay? And it's bringing in, cracking into new life, new pathways, new creativities. I was going to say and freedom, but you've got a gentleman that very much pushing you just now, and he seems to be trying to clear hurdles away from you. And I don't know if you'll be able to see the face here, the hairlines here coming down, and then you've got sort of like the chin, the neck, and that. It's not a very positive, okay, Davy. It's just what I'm feeling off of the cards, and it is okay to say unsure, because we can sometimes pick up things wrong, and but there's a very strong gentleman in and around you that I he kind of like makes me feel that he's around. He's around. So you've got support from spirit, and the storm clouds are dispersing. Okay, so the stuff that I was going to say a bad word there, the stuff that you've come through, you are moving forward for completion and change, but it's for what you want, not what everybody says that you should be doing. And I just feel that quite exciting. Physiotherapy. Are you going to wait to be studying that? Because that would be lovely. That's a good career. Physical. Blimey, you would need your exercise to keep your muscles up. But I hope it made sense, Davy, and thank you for working with me. Right. Colette, are you still with us? Looking for Colette. There you are, Colette. Or are you? No, not yet. Not yet. You've got a little emoji there, so right, I've given you a little tick. So if you come in the chat, then I'll get you on. So can I have is it Maria Ellie or Mara Ellie? Mara Ellie. Hello, honey. And I seen Eke not long ago. Mara Ellie or Marie Ellie. Mona Ellie. It could be my writing, you know. Yes, it is. It's Mona Ellie. I do apologise. It's my writing. Okay. Thank you for acknowledging. Would you understand if I says that you're a person that can't say no? Because spreading yourself too thin. Okay? You're on the list, Eki. I was just welcoming you. And because I want to say that fantasizing of other places, calm, having fun, and that. But would you understand Bali when younger or now? Because I want to bring in Bali for you as well, but Bali's gentle and Bali's sort of like uh, calming, can I say? Healing going around the head. So would you understand tension headaches? And when you look at the zebra, you could say, is it a horse or is it a zebra? So would you understand that there's someone in and around you not giving the full truth of a situation in and around, because it's like bits and pieces, but there's pieces of the puzzle still missing, is how I kind of feel. But I want to be beside water for you, because water is energizing, but it's also cleansing. And a lot of thoughts and thinking is done at the water side. Green hills, green grass, lots of greens for new beginnings, new starts, new life. Lots of peace coming in, but there's lots of energy coming in as well. So sometimes we're a little bit, you know, and so giving you that energy, Mona Ellie. Try not to spread yourself too thin, okay? Because when we are situated with, I'm just a girl who can't say no, you don't have to say no. You just need to ask if it's okay, if you can change it to either the following day or a couple of days after when you've got a little bit more spare time. It doesn't have to be all done in one day, if you know what I mean. And it's I want to say, but it's movement forward. So you're being pushed forward. So would you understand being a little bit stagnant just now? Because you're being pushed forward. If you Google totem animals and put in zebra, you'll get your extra spirit message. But you're an incredibly generous being that sometimes it's a bit of a worry and a bit of, can I say, energy stealing for you. So try and delegate, okay? And because it's lovely to be a giving person and generous and not being able to say no, but it does tell on us in some point down the line. So try and reserve some of your batteries so that you can continue the work that you're doing, but delegate your work, okay? Doesn't have to be all done in one day, because you find the next day you're facing exactly the same again. And it's like, where's my bit of spare time? Because when you're getting a bit of spare time, sitting, maybe, you know, if you're watching a TV, it's like, because you needed the 40 winkies. And stop feeling guilty about it, because if that's what your body needs, that's what your body needs. Okay? So I hope all that made sense, and thank you for working with me. Right. Stella, are you still with us? So can I have Stella, and then can I have Arasu, and then I'll be looking for Nicole Jane. So that's our next three. Yes, Maggie, you're after Nicole Jane. So Stella, are you still with us? Oh, there you are. There you are. I just about missed that. The chat. I was too busy looking at the list. Right. Dwelling in truth. Would you understand it's a bit hard in and around you at the moment? And but I feel that you've got an understanding in spirit, and would you understand that you're truthful to spirit, but life is not truthful? I just feel that a lot of times that you would like to just daydream and just come out of the real world, because it just, would you understand, it feels a little bit harsh in and around you. And but I just feel that trying to pick out that truth out of people, and but lovely healing energies, beautiful healing energies. And it's just a calming love that comes from you. And you are just, it's a bit like I say that when you're working with spirit, if you could bottle it, it would be amazing. And I'm just having that feeling for you that I get when I work with spirit. And when we're sensitive like that, that gives us a lot of problems, because we've got a lot of problems that are skeptic, we've got a lot of problems that are green eye jealousy, and we've got a lot of problems with other issues. That why should you go around smiling all the time and being sort of like can I say grateful, and that when my life is HITE, and you just want to explain to people that just subtle changes, they could have that same feeling as well. I feel a lot of holistic in and around you, Stella, if you can understand that. So, would you understand that you're looking at natural approaches rather than the harsh medicines of today? And I want to give you meditation as well, and that just revitalizes you. You just go off into your own little space, and that's what helps you cope on a daily basis. And you stand in the light of truth. You don't like liars, and you don't like getting bits and pieces of stories, because you've been hurt badly over the past, but you're managing to rise above it, if you can take it that way. And you are being very well applauded from the spirit realm, because you don't let them down and you stay truthful to them. And you are now being 100% truthful to your own light. So please keep going and keep persevering. And this job isn't easy. Nobody told us that we've got to stand up and grow a thick skin, because people can be downright nasty, and it's horrible. And especially when you're facing situations on a daily basis as well. It's not nice. It's not nice. But well done. And I hope that made sense, and thank you for working with me. The right, Stella, Arasu. Arasu? Spirit when I let you do. Okay. Arasu. So we'll just give you a little emoji there. And then Arasu. Nicole Jane, are you still with us? Hello, Linda and KR. Arasu, there you are. So I want to give you the Empire. So would you understand that when you get the Emperor, that you're needing a bit of business like coming in and around you? And I want to say that you're needing that bit of authority to be understood and taken seriously, can I say? Because it kind of feels that at times you're a little bit invisible. You're getting the red for energy and assertiveness, and the blue communication, because you would understand that communication is important in and around you. You've got that injections of energy coming in from both sides. So there's a little bit of stagnant and tiredness. And 6, persevere and keep going and embrace changes, because changes can take away the stagnant and they can give you new challenges, you know. And choices and decisions to be made as well, but only you can make them. You can discuss them with others, but it's your decision at the end for what's best for you. Okay? You've got a good intuition, you've got a good mind, and you will balance it out to walk forward. Okay? Storm clouds are kind of like, or should I say little niggles is starting to sort of like disperse back, but they're still puffing around a little bit. So it's keep the chin up, stand up and be counted, and stop looking at the ground. Okay? Get that assertiveness, that authority, and that business-like, and be all you can be. Thank you for working with me, and I hope it made sense. So Nicole Jane, are you still with us? Unsure, because so we'll give you a little emoji there. Jenna B, and then Maggie, looking for Jenna B, and then looking for Maggie. So we've got Nicole Jane that doesn't seem to be popping up, and it was like a very soft, gentle ticking off Arasu, if you can understand it that way. Jenna, it's not Gemma B, it's Jenna M. So we've got Jenna M, Maggie, and then we've got Gemma B. Okay, so that's the next three. And then we'll see if we can get more in. So Gemma M, you've got an emoji. Gemma B, you've got an emoji. And Maggie, are you still with us? Maggie, yes, hello. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. I know it's 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but we'll change the lyrics slightly. Can I give you justice, Maggie? Stand your ground and stay in your truth, if you can understand it that way. But I want to say that justice is bringing in for you. Can I just have a... Oh, me. Would you understand that you're not doing what you should be doing at this moment? Because I kind of feel that to push you forward. And, right. You're not doing what you want to do at the moment. And you need to find out some inner truth as well. But I want to give you new... Would you understand that you're looking for new directions and new pathways? Because she's giving you all that. She's giving you all that, so there's no need to sort of like hide behind things anymore. But I'm glad that you've got rid of the rose tinted glasses and that you're no longer blindfolded. Balance is important in and around you, but I want to say balance is important in health as well. Stairs going up, or are they going down? And so you've got to choose which direction you wish to go in. Energy coming in for you, learning coming in for you, peace coming in for you, but also full completion with choices and decisions. So you're coming full circle, but then you're starting again, facing choices and decisions for what you want to achieve. Lost a bit through illness. Thank you, because I knew that balance wasn't a balance in your life. It felt for illness, for health. So you're trying to struggle back upstairs, and try and embrace it as an achievement rather than a struggle, okay? Because that changes the mindset as well. Because believe you me, I've got a pair of that. I call myself Sheila Fourlegs, okay? And it is hard at times, and a lot of times just little wee things that you did is kind of like small compared to what you used to do. And I do that myself because I think, oh, gee whiz, I'm knackered. I can't do much more. I need a rest. And I've only done 2 little things, you know. When before I could hoover the whole house and I could wash the lobby, clean the toilet and everything. And now I've got to do it in stages. So it's being kind to yourself and just taking those steps one at a time to get back into strength and get back into health. You know, because I'm there and I understand because I'm doing exactly the same. But she's also giving you that strength in and around. Oh, yes, that is me. I'll be sitting and in the evening, and even when the grandchild's here, she'll be chatting away, and then I'm just sort of like sitting like this, and then I sort of like close the eyes, and it's Gamma, and I think, what? I'm listening. My eyes are only having a rest. So yeah, totally understand, Maggie, and it's a horrible thing. A lot of people don't understand it, so she's giving you a lot of strength to face up to it and radiate, because you've got a good heart, and if you're able to, you would give the shirt off your back and help. And it's like you would give, but there's not a lot coming back for you. You could ask, but then you've got to wait. And but you're shining the light, so there is progress forward. Okay, so please be kind to yourself, because we're our own worst critics, and we're our own worst ones. That doesn't help, because we're constantly sort of like thinking back onto what we used to do. I get jealous watching somebody running, because I used to be able to run, you know, and it's just seeing people doing things that you used to do, and it just kind of hurts again. But it's just finding that balance for moving forward, but never lose yourself. Okay, never lose yourself, and keep strong. But she's giving you all. I can't really remember what I said, because once I've given it, it's gone. But whatever I said, she's giving it all to you as a gift for the next movement forward. And I hope it made sense, and thank you for working with me. Right. So I can't remember if I gave the next three, but if not, is Selena still with us? And Michelle Oliver, stay there because you're next. And see, I'm trying to make it fair with newbies, oldies, Kim. And because I didn't want to lose out on a lot. So, Michelle, sometimes you are treated as a fool, but by gum, you've got wisdom. You've got wisdom, and you know how to deal with them. Yeah, I've got two of these. See, I'm going away from the screen. I can't work a screen. Crutches. Crutches. So I've nicknamed myself Sheila Four Legs. Some people say you shouldn't do that, but if I don't put humour into it, you just sit in despair and go into depression, and you just kind of like give up and dinner try. So if you put a little humour into it, well, I find humour helps. But everybody's kind of like different. So Michelle Oliver, sometimes you're treated as one, but you know how to deal with them. You've found a new inner strength, can I say? And it's movement up. And because your storm clouds is just across here, so they're clearing. And there's a lot of healing coming in and around you, but you give a lot of healing as well. You're trying to create magic in and around you and trying to make things work, bringing out your creativity and ideas. And but a lot of times people think, what on earth are you doing? I'm being happy and I'm doing what I want to do, and I am evolving for myself, and it's working. Okay, so keep going what is good for you, and keep putting blinkers on the ears for those who doubt, because it's not their life to try, and it's better to try than live with what ifs and regrets, because by gum, we all live with that. And at least if we try things, if it works, fantastic. If it doesn't work, we've tried, and it's a lot better than regrets. And I want to say that communication in and around you as well, sometimes it can be pretty heavy and sometimes light-hearted, but bringing out the communication in and around you, you know, and that will be why you've still got this halfway up the card, because you're still dealing with it, can I say? And I want to say that because a lot of people's, you would understand that a lot of people in and around you would turn around and say that, gosh, you're weird. Why did you do that? You know? And because they don't understand. It's like you're trying to do tricks every day and find things to keep you going. And can I say that you are persevering, and you deserve a big pat in the back for that? Because yes, there's an empty void, but you know yourself that you can still speak to him, and you know yourself that he still comes in and around. And because although we go to spirit, that bond is still there. And talk to him, talk to him. The power is in your hands, can I say? Would you understand why I've got to give you that? The power is in your hands. And this gentleman, yes, it was hard. And you kept that smile to the end. And I want to say that he brings in a lot of love and a lot of thank yous, because a lot of people would have taken a back step. But because you two were a unit, you didn't mind helping, if you can understand it that way, Michelle. And because I want to say very much in and around you, very much in and around you. Would you understand that children are still struggling too, although they're moving on a lot quicker than you are? And because I want to say that if I give you that song, "Why Does It Always Rain on Me?" It's because of the way that things is feeling just now, and it's the same for everybody else on the list. When we're low, there's a lot of stuff gets thrown at us, and there's a lot of things comes in, and it just seems to be one thing after another, and it's like, why is it always rain on me? And it's just finding that balance for movement forward. Try and ignore people who saying, oh, for God's sake, it's been X amount of time now, you should be moving on. Everybody goes through grief at different levels, okay? You do grief in your own time. 16 years for my mum before she started to really get put my dad's stuff away to charity. And it is hard. It is hard. But the light is still there, and your loved ones want you to carry on with life. Okay? This is kind of like going out generally. And but bless yous all. Bless yous all. I'll put you onto the healing list, Michelle, and Angie, I'll put you on the healing list as well. Unfortunately, that's time, and please support whoever's next. I never remember, my brain fog. And thank you all for your support. And because without yous and without Dawn, without Stacey and other helpers, these platforms can't work. And always remember, spirit's never far. They are still around. Try and be kind to yourself and think of self. You're not being selfish. We need to. And thank you. See you next week.